Cause be fucking for real. Be fucking for real.
Yo, let me address the crowd. What the fuck?
Oh my fucking god.
Yo, they was wildin'. Like wildin'. It's the Bree and D show. Come on, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bree and D show. That's Bree, I'm D. I'm gonna ask y'all to bear with me today, at least. I don't know how Bree, how are you feeling?
I'm pretty good. Tomorrow is Miss Lily's birthday, so I'm if you
Happy
listen to
birthday,
it,
Liz.
Lily, happy ninth birthday, my love. It's been a great 9 years with you. So enough of the mush mush. Let's get
Happy
into
birthday,
it.
Liz.
Thank you, thank
Um,
you.
I am let me tell you guys this. Watching Return of the Jedi while eating Krispy Kreme in your underwear, drunk, not a good night. Not a good night. Wine hangovers are really bad as well. I'm going to tell you that. So, if you don't hear the usual Derek jumping out the speakers or the headphones at you, it's because I'm pretty hungover right now. And I don't really drink. I have a glass of wine every, few months, but it was free. So, oh boy, one glass of Chardonnay, 3 glasses of Sauvignon Blanc, a tequila sunrise, and a Bud Light. And my ass was cashed. And before I knew it, after you and I talked last night, I think I got home like right when you were like going to bed. We were just kind of
Yes,
prepping the show for
yes.
today. And I got home and turned on my ceiling fan, stripped down to my underwear, sat here with a box of Krispy Kreme, and watched Return of the Jedi. Like, that's how fucking it was a mess. So, I know we promised you guys there was actually supposed to be an extra episode last week, but time ran away from us and it was very, very busy. So, we're going to go ahead and jump into the topic that we had kind of been talking about since Billboard put out that ridiculous list and then Jim Jones decided to shoot his mouth off. But like we told you, I knew that just like everything else, it was going to go away. Remember, look, a year ago, a year and 2 months ago, Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock at the Oscars, and everybody made such a big deal about it. Well, now we just found out, like, we know Bad Boys 4 is coming, and I think Tasha
Yeah,
what
from Why Did I Get Married is gonna play
is replacing Teresa Randall as Martin's wife.
why?
So it's like, I don't know why Teresa Randall didn't want to do it. I have no
Is
idea
does she have
because she's
something
done all
else
the other
going
ones.
on?
I don't know. I'd like, why now? It's strange
Yeah,
to me
after
because
the first of all, my question is, and you might disagree on me, why are they making a fourth one?
the movies make money. Just here's the thing. We may not think it's like when a certain movie comes out as John Wick, for example. I was like, okay, this is cool. The first one. Then it made so much money. Okay, so there's going to be a sequel. Everything, once things are really successful, then they franchise them, right? So I'm like, somebody's like, you see John Wick 4? I'm like, I didn't see the third one. And no, I didn't see the fourth one either. They're like, why not? I'm like, who the fuck is there left to kill? Like, didn't he kill everybody in the first two fucking films?
Right.
Well, then I went to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 the other
Oh,
night,
I
which
was
was
gonna ask, did you
phenomenal,
see
by the
that?
way.
So thanks for mentioning. I was just about to ask.
Yeah, I did. It was phenomenal.
I haven't seen it yet, so do not spoilers. No
I'm not
spoilers.
gonna say anything. No spoilers, obviously. But where the fuck was I going with this? Oh, they showed the trailer for Fast 10, and
Oh
I'm
my
just like,
goodness! I thought they fucking stopped with these.
no,
Godly.
no, and that's an nah. I was like, somebody's like, are you gonna see it? I was like, dog, I don't know what happened past the one with Bow Wow.
You know
Like,
what's so funny? It's because same.
what the fuck? Like, and everybody's like, well, they do this. I was like, okay, so now they got the fucking Rock, John Cena, Brie Larson. Like, bro, they used to like when Fast and the Furious came out. Number one, I was in college. I remember one of my homeboys being really amped about it. He had an import. He had a Acura Integra, and he had like clear outs, which I don't know if they still call them clear. I haven't actually seen anybody with them, but it's like you would change the cover on your tail lights so they would be clear so you could see like the actual light, but they weren't the stock ones that came on the car. And you would change like your brake calibers, and he had NOS and shit in his car, and like that's what like Fast and the Furious was about when it
Now they
happened the
like
first
fucking
time.
on missions saving the world
They're
and
the poor
shit.
man's fucking Avengers.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't want to keep seeing
Like
that
how
shit.
the
Like
what the
what?
fuck you doing jumping from planes and shit to save the U.S.? Sorry,
So
I'm not
this
doing
this
it.
this nigga Vin Diesel is like on driving on a road that's part of a dam, right? And then there's one, I think it was like a truck coming at him one way and another truck coming at him the other way, and he spins and then drives off the edge of the dam, and the two trucks collide with each other. And I'm like, okay,
And
well,
he hanging on
this
the
doesn't
side of the
happen. No,
damn
no, no,
some
no. This
shit.
nigga drives down the dam. And I was like, get the fuck out of here with
You
this shit,
right,
bro.
like
Nobody,
it's
like,
so like you might as well have made the Fast and the Furious movies cartoons because they're so unrealistic till it's not
that shit is
fucking funny.
ridiculous. They're literally the poor man's, like, Avengers at this point. Like the very first one had Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, and Ja Rule, and the niggas were racing cars.
Oh, I
And
forgot about Ja Rule. You know, see, and
yeah,
that's
Rule was in the first one.
you realize I have not. I probably only seen the first one like once because I forgot all the fuck about that. Like, you know, and then the Tokyo one was kind of cool. It seemed fitting for the
Well, they hyped
movie.
it. They hyped it like Rule was really, really a huge part of the movie. He was only in a little bit,
Yeah,
and then like when asked about Too Fast Too Furious, he was like the check wasn't right, and it's like, but my nigga, your role is really small. Like you were in one race at the very beginning, you lost, and then that was it.
the last
His
one
name
I
was
think Cardi
Edwin, and
B
he
was
he
in, or
spoke in the third
no?
person. Cardi B was in the last one.
I think so. Somebody was. Yeah, I think
See
Cardi B
that
was
that
in it.
that just shows you how far removed I am from that fucking franchise. So
And the only reason I
um
knew that was because they hyped it up so much, just like you said with the Ja Rule thing. And you know, of course, the Shade Room. But the thing is, I mean, I know there's people, obviously, just like you said, you're right. It brings in money. It fucking brings in money. But
it's a
here's my thing:
franchise.
at some point, at what point does the person, somebody in the boardroom say, "Hey, this is fucking it"?
They don't.
Like,
They don't. Here's the thing. They're going to, and even after it'll go away for a while, and because Hollywood doesn't have any original ideas, they'll reboot it with a whole new cast. Like, there's been rumors of them. You've seen Juice, right? Obviously, with
yeah.
Pac, and so there was a, like, few years back, they were supposed to redo Juice, and Soldier Boy was supposed to be Tupac's part. Soldier Boy was supposed to be Bishop. And I think it was supposed to take place in Atlanta. I'm like, bro, nobody wants to see
This
this.
sounds like a
Like,
remake of ATL, actually.
well, remember ATL 2 was supposed to happen, and they had the script. It's just like
The
now we
thing
have
is
this
that
this
also I
writer
feel like
strike.
though if you wait this long to do a second one, just don't do it. Like how long did it take for? And then here's my thing: there's a
New
Bad
Jack City
Boys
2 was supposed to
4,
happen.
but was it the last one called Bad Boys Forever, which seems as though it was
It
going
was
to be
Bad
the
Boys for
last one?
Life.
Oh, Bad Boys for
It was
Life.
Bad Boys for
But
Life.
doesn't that seem like it's going to be the last one? First of all, second of all, neither one of they old asses is even on the police squad anymore, are they?
I think they still are. It's just, well, like the captain got killed in the last one. It's just a lot of stupid shit. Like, but this is how franchises work. But fuck, the first Guardians movie came out in 2014, and they would have it would have been 10 years next year, between the first and the
Yeah.
last one. But that's different because the rest of the MCU was built up around it, and they basically used the Guardians and Thor to be, space and the intergalactic workings of the MCU. But people are getting tired of the MCU, to be completely honest with you. I thought the Infinity Saga was brilliant. But now we're getting to the point where a lot of those actors have aged out. Like, we don't know what Robert Downey
Absolutely.
Jr. is gonna. We don't know what Robert
Absolutely.
Downey Jr. is gonna do next. Um, they showed the trailer for the Marvels, and I love Tiana Paris. I love Brie Larson. Um, the young lady that played Miss Marvel in Disney Plus, Iman Vellani or something like that. I think she's brilliant. but I don't know how good that movie's gonna do in the box office. I just don't,
The
and I don't
thing
know what kind of
is,
reviews
and
it's gonna
here's the
get.
thing, a lot of like besides like the Avengers and like the main characters still, and you may disagree with me on this, but Marvel still ain't really, people always talking about DC. Marvel still ain't really got it together. A lot of they shit be trash. It's just they so hyped
But
up that
they have the Disney budget behind them, and also the thing about it is when I go see an MCU film and people get up the minute the credits start rolling, I'm like, do you not know how this
they
works?
got the
Because
Easter
you know
eggs
this
at
going
the end.
like the one thing I would say about Guardians, there was a nod to the area I'm from, and James Gunn and Sean Gunn. James Gunn is the director, and he just left to take over DC. He's going to be starting on the new Superman. His brother Sean, they're both from St.
You know
Louis.
the
So there
Flash
is
movie
a
coming out too.
there's a what?
The Flash movie is coming out soon.
Yeah, it looks really good, but Ezra Miller's a fucking piece of shit. So do I really want to support it? It's just if it makes money, it's going to be franchised. Like I would say that Creed should have been done here with this third one, but we know it's not. They should have stopped Rocky after the third one. But what happened? Next thing we know, Apollo's fighting the Russian and gets killed, and then Rocky goes and beats the shit out the Russian. Like, come on, man. Then Rocky, well, we got to keep it going. What happens? Rocky, while Rocky's in Russia, for some reason, him and Adrian sign over, like, power of attorney over their financial holdings to fucking Paulie, who's a moron. And then Rocky and Adrian are back living in fucking North Philly, broke as shit. It's just
Yeah,
like franchises.
I hate that. And the thing is that, like I said, now, and even, let's even take it to Disney. The whole fucking making every single one of your fucking movies a live action. I honestly, all jokes aside,
Because they have
it's no creativity anymore.
there's no
They
creativity
don't know
and
what to
there's no
do, but
originality.
they got to keep bringing
And
money in. And then the thing
well,
is
what they're
that
doing, people don't people seem to forget. It's the same with Marvel actually, but Disney was really fucking suffering, and then the animated renaissance changed things for
yeah.
them, like the Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion
Did you
King.
watch Atlanta?
Those revamped Disney. What do you mean, Atlanta? What?
The show.
The Donald Glover show?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, of course.
Do you remember the episode they had about
The Goofy
Disney?
one,
Yeah.
the Disney that was fucking that was one of the best mockumentaries I've ever seen. Cause like the way they did it was like it's really actually believable that this is true, even though we know it's not. It is
It
like
was funny.
feasible.
It was like how
It
this
was
black
hilarious.
man became the CEO of Disney for a little bit.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious, and then by a complete happenstance that they named him, and his name was close to somebody else's name, and they're like, "Well, you can't do shit about it now, and if you fire me, then I'm gonna sue." So, I don't know, man. Franchises
Yeah.
are part, excuse
But
me, of
yeah,
Hollywood, and
you're absolutely right. And the thing is that I want this to be known. Like I do not like it. I don't like the turning everything into a live action movie. First of all, it's I don't who was it was this what we talked about? I think it was me and you that talked about it. I'm not sure. It's like they use so much CGI and shit. It's oh no, it was me and my brother talked about it. You realize with these air quotes live action movies, they use so much CGI and shit. It's literally still just
yeah,
an
well, I mean,
animated movie.
they can't really get a fucking crab and a seagull to talk. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But
exactly. But the thing is that yet they keep trying, and the fact of the matter is that they pandering to black people because they using is it Chloe or is it Hallie
that's Hallie. Chloe's the one that
singing?
started shaking her ass on
Yeah,
Instagram, and everybody was
they
like,
and I
"I
want
don't want
and
to
I
see this. She's a
also want
child."
this to be named. I think those two are fucking lame. I think them two are the lamest set of sisters you could ever imagine.
I wouldn't call them lame. I would say this: the one when the one sister was dating old boy, and a couple months ago all that shit happened. It's like Hallie's boyfriend, Dee Dee. I'm like, who the fuck is he? Why do like everybody's like, oh, DDG did it again? Did what? Who are you,
Well, the reason
nigga?
why
You
I
don't.
think they're lame. Did you see that video when they was dancing on face on on Twitter, and she's like, "Look at these titties! Like, y'all are sisters. Like, why are y'all? First of all, we already know who you are. Why are you fucking doing that? Why are you doing this to grab attention? It's stupid. Like, you don't touch your sister like that. It's actually cringy. Like, don't.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about this, and this is because they were kids when they were presented to us. It's the same with everybody who's a child star. Watching them grow up is weird. It's like watching one of your little cousins or little sisters or something like that. That shit is, or like your best friend's little sister or brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you look up and like it's prom season, you're like, oh, such and such is going to prom. Damn, well, how old are they now? What the
Well,
fuck?
that's not how I feel about it because I didn't really watch
Look,
them grow up. I saw them on
you,
Grownish and they were already adults when they were on Grownish. I just feel as though that's here. You don't like the whole thing. Like, honestly, the one who be shaking her ass and making the music, she has no sex appeal. Like, she's not
Chloe?
yeah, she's cute and she has a nice body, but she has no
I think
sex
she's very
appeal.
attractive.
To me, she has no sex
Well,
appeal. She's just lame to me. Like, she tries too hard to get
okay, before we go
attention.
too far on this topic, really quickly, what do you constitute as sex appeal?
She just her pictures that she take, they're not sexy. It's just it's like it looks like somebody who's
Who would you say is
trying
sexy?
too fucking hard to me. And the thing is that it's actually a lot of people say that. She just like the
Who would
thing.
you say is sexy?
Who do I think is sexy? I
Yeah,
think Janelle Monae is very sexy.
she's gorgeous.
I
She's
I
absolutely
think she's
gorgeous.
very sexy. I think
Her and Tessa Thompson are very lucky women to have each other.
I
Janelle
don't
Monae.
find
She has
Tessa
flawed.
Thompson got something weird looking about her. I just can't put my finger on it.
I think she's gorgeous.
It's
I
something
remember when
about
she was
her.
Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok. I thought
Yeah,
she
and
was
that's where I
beautiful in that.
found her weird looking too. So
Oh God, when she had on the Valkyrie suit, no, I was
yeah, I just
definitely
it's something
into
about her
that.
face that's weird looking to me. It's I can't put my finger on it. I'm not saying she's
So when
ugly.
she's in Creed as his wife, you don't think that she's attractive there?
I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this. I have never seen any of the Creed movies.
You've never seen any of the Creed movies? All right,
No,
moving right
reason
along.
being, you want to know why?
Why?
I'm not a fan of Michael B. Jordan. I think he's a bad actor, so I'm just not interested in anything he's in.
Oh God, that's a whole other episode of the show. We're not gonna go into it.
Yeah.
Um,
But who else do I find attractive? I
well, no,
think
sex appeal is what I'm.
JT.
But
I think
JT who?
JT. I drink
From
that
the City
bitch's.
Girls?
Yes, I drink that bitch bath and
Miami
water.
over JT all day. Miami over JT all day.
Well, here's the thing.
Um,
I like dark skins. Miami. Now here's the
okay.
thing. Now here's another thing. Here's another thing. Miami is lame to me. And that's the thing. That right there, once you become lame to me, you lose anything. Like, you lose it all. Because here's the fact of the matter is, the whole thing with Diddy is fucking lame. The whole, like, watching her in BMF, it's just, like, it starts to all, like,
Oh,
wrap
she was a
together.
terrible actor.
And then
She
she
was a
just
terrible
becomes a
actor.
lame to me.
Meet
Like,
where
when
my
you do
husband
stupid
at.
shit, you become like I used to find Lotto attractive, and then she started making stupid comments about like her fucking about her fucking
I can never find Glorilla attractive. She's so dumb.
Glorilla.
It's like
I like her
really
voice.
bad.
Her voice. I love her voice. I didn't. Oh, the weird. I don't. Cardi B doesn't have sex appeal to me either.
Really? Now she's look. I would line up to fuck Cardi. Be like, oh, this is the line to fuck Cardi B. Yeah, I'm right here.
No, I don't find her. The thing is that again, remember what I said when you do dumb girl shit, then that's when the problems come in. When you do dumb shit.
You don't have a dick, so it's different.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's why I always take women's attractive, women find attractive more serious than men. Because here's the thing: if I got an ass and some titties, you want to stick it in me. The thing is that would sex
That's not
appeal
true.
or
There's a
some-
lot of women I would not fuck. We're going way off the deep end. with this.
Oh, yeah, but that's what we always do, right? That's what we always do. To me, your sex appeal comes from your intelligence, how you market yourself, yada yada.
I have that in spades.
Huh?
I have that in spades. Luckily, intelligence.
What you
and
say?
charisma. So I have intelligence and charisma in spades.
I
So I
mean,
don't think
the
that.
thing is that with me, when you out there doing stupid shit, then it's if you become stupid to me, and then you lose your sex appeal. Like prime example,
You look
Cardi
like a
B and the
goofy.
drugging them dudes and the like all of that shit. Like Meg The Stallion, all of the suing shit and all of that, and it's like Meg The Stallion. I actually think is
Wait. She's not sexy because she sued her label to be
no, it's
properly
just when you
compensated. Is that
just
what you're
start
saying?
like doing stupid shit on social media, I just don't find you attractive no more.
What, like
I
shaking
actually
her
never
ass? Because
found
that
Meg
was
Thee
her
Stallion
thing.
attractive because something is up with her nose area and the way she dresses is despicable. So I can't get past that. Also, Meg Thee Stallion, her music is trash to me. And I just don't find her attractive. I don't. When everybody be talking about some like look how good she looks, she doesn't look good to me.
She's
I'm
very
not
okay.
for
So
it.
you don't find her attractive. I will say that I do think she is very attractive.
But see,
Her suing her
again, we
label.
have
Wait,
different thoughts on
I'm
sex
not
appeal.
finished. Give me a second. Her suing her label to be properly compensated is not a dumb thing, but it's a musician thing. Like you take 10 artists, at least four out of them, I would say, have had issues with their label and being properly compensated. So that's just part of the music business. The other thing I was going to say though, is she really, I don't know if she's using the anime thing to get over with other fans or if she's really into anime. That's a thing. I don't like when people dip their toes in somebody else's pool just to try to grab fans.
I
So if
don't think
she's really
she
into,
is.
you think she's full of it?
Yeah, that's my point. That's what I'm trying to say. The thing is that Meg Thee Stallion, none of what she tries to portray online, like out there, I don't actually think she's that type of person. Like the whole shit where she's like, oh, well, she's advocating for mental health and shit like that. I'm not buying it. I don't buy it. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it, you know? I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I think that she panders to who she needs to,
I
in order
think
to get
damn
her
near
name
every
out
artist
there.
panders now. I think everybody panders now.
I definitely agree, but here's the thing. She like the thing is that with her, I actually in my heart and soul, I feel as though Meg Thee Stallion probably like is a shitty person, like she's a mean girl, and she, kind of like how like I always say, Kim Kardashian, she sit there and she cry and she play like she, a victim, but in reality she's an antagonizer and she be fucking with Kanye. That's how I feel about the same about Meg Thee
I will
Stallion.
100% tell you when you said that people have little sex appeal, the Kardashians were the first people that came to mind. I
Oh
don't think
yeah,
that they have any
definitely,
sex appeal.
definitely. 100%. The Kardashians do not have any sex appeal to me. And now, like I said, I do enjoy their things like Skims, shit like that. I think Northwest is hilarious, but the Kardashians have no fucking sex appeal to me. So none whatsoever.
All right. Well, moving right along. So again, we had this conversation about our top 10 rappers and shit like that, and I still contest that Jim Jones is out of his fucking mind. Point being, he said, "Well, Pusha T is dope. He can rap his fucking ass off." The conversation ends right there, my friend. Like they have it confused to where being a good dresser does not mean you're like a great rapper. And to be completely honest with you, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say it multiple times, and I don't care who doesn't like it. The Met Gala thing, because I know we had that on the list of topics initially. Paying so the price, we found out how much it costs to attend the Met Gala for one of those tables, and then the fucking price for the food. And speaking of Pusha T, he posted that video of Tiana Taylor
We're having
eating
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, and I don't fucking blame her. I don't fucking blame
How
her.
much was it? So
Finding
how
out how
much
much
was it?
I'm trying to, I think Complex posted it. I'm trying to find it on their Instagram because the
Now, before
plates
you
were
say this, or
ridiculous.
why you looking it up? So I didn't know that designers could invite people because Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria. Hey, Euphoria! I can't wait for you to fucking come back. I miss you so much. But
I have a point to that. Oh, Ice Spice, I don't think that she's attractive.
oh no, hey, we
Hold
okay.
on.
That's what we
Hold on,
disagree
hold on.
on.
Hold on. I'm trying to you brought up the Sydney Sweeney thing, who I think is gorgeous. We're
She
not
is
gonna get
very
Euphoria.
beautiful.
We're not gonna get Euphoria probably for a while with this writer strike going
Yeah,
on.
I forgot. Thank you for mentioning that. I forgot about that. So do you know why they're on strike? Cause hey, can y'all wrap it the fuck up? Give them what they want. Damn it, give them what they want.
They're trying to say that basically because of AI that somebody else could write the scripts if the writers don't do it.
I don't think so. What you think?
Um,
Okay, before
Met
you
Gala.
answer that,
Okay. Hold on.
Wait, before you
A
answer that,
hold on. I got the figures. A solo ticket for the Met Gala is $30,000, while a table is $275,000.
damn. Okay, so
Um,
how do what
and then
entails that you have to get a table? Why would you have to get a table versus a single ticket?
because if you have multiple people,
Okay, that's what I thought. But the thing is that, so this is my next question. Who would have multiple people? It seems like they only, I guess if you bringing your kids, but I don't ever see people bring their kids to the Met Gala either. Do you?
no. I think did North come one year with
North
Kim?
did, but. So, okay, so that would be where a table would come in at because Kim and North, Kendall went with Bad Bunny, so that would, okay, I guess they would all want to sit together possibly, so because that could be considered a table, right?
Everybody's like Bad Bunny. You don't like Bad? I'm like, fam, I don't speak Spanish. I don't know what the fuck he's
so
saying.
here's the thing. I think Bad Bunny's overrated. Sorry, don't. He's overrated.
I can't even rate him because I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
Well,
I can't find the price for plates
with
now.
with
But I'm seeing the food and it looks terrible, and there's no way I would have paid
but
for
the
this
thing is that
shit.
you have to remember it's not catered by, it's, you know what I'm saying, by like a little chef down the street and shit. They be going get these fancy ass people who don't use any
And it
type
looks
of
fucking
seasoning.
terrible. I'm
Yeah.
looking at this shit and it looks
And
terrible.
that's I here's the thing. Me typically, I probably would have ate before I came. I wouldn't have brought Chick-fil-A because the thing is that goes alongside. Remember old girl Tiffany Haddish bringing the box of chicken?
She's a fucking doof. I can't find the price for they keep, like, on Google it says how much per plate, but it won't actually show you the cost.
Yeah. But yeah, I would have probably ate before I came because I already knew, like, it's kind of like when you go to a white people wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like, the food ain't going to be there. So I would have ate before
I've
I
been
came.
to a few where it's actually been really good. Yeah, I don't know. First of all, my thing about the Met Gala is this. I don't understand fashion and I don't ever care to. I think it's really fucking goofy to walk around in a bunch of shit that
Do you know
you
what the
wouldn't have
theme
worn.
was?
It was called Karl Lagerfeld. Hold on though. But this is shit that none of them would have worn before they were celebrities. Pusha T, and like since we have so much, on the show based on him, when the clips came out, they were in big ass fucking. They were the first to wear Bathe and Ape, like, and that's why Mr. Me Too exists. Like Wayne, that's why Wayne is that. If, for y'all that don't know, that's where the real beef started, the Mr. Me Too video, because Pusha and Malice are basically saying Wayne and everybody else that started wearing Bathe and Ape really followed them. They were the first to do it. I know a lot of people thought Wayne did it on the Carter 3, but the clips have been doing that shit beforehand. But you're dressing up in a bunch of shit you definitely wouldn't have worn before you were a celebrity, just because there's a fashion house or some supposedly great designer's name attached to it. No, I'm not doing it. People are like, you wouldn't wear Louis Vuitton? It would be very simple. I wouldn't wear anything overly monogrammed or anything like that. You wouldn't wear Gucci? It would be very simple. I don't understand fashion. I don't fucking care to. That shit looks like fucking goofy as fuck. Like, that's real fucking goofy, the shit that they put on just to fucking, like, even, what was that shit? Drake was doing a lot of it leading up into the Certified Lover Boy album. The fucking, that designer where there's like these ugly gothic crosses on everything. What is that? You know what I'm talking about?
No, and I've never seen it. Reason being, y'all know how I feel about Aubrey Graham.
Hearts and crosses or some shit like that. Well, after at the one of the Met Gala after parties, Offset had on one of those jackets with all those fucking crosses on it. I'm like, that shit is. What is that fucking designer? I have to go.
Well, here's the
It's
thing.
hideous.
So, with that being said, we all wear stuff we would never wear when we go to an event, i.e. prom. I never wore my prom dress again,
Even-
ever. So I mean,
But hold on. So you're about to turn 30. I'm about to turn 41. When we went to prom, a girl got a prom gown and we wore tuxedos. These fucking kids, like, I saw some shit where these motherfuckers did a WWE ass entrance just to come out the door and take pictures.
You
That
know,
shit is
it's
getting out
funny.
of hand.
Me and someone were talking about this the other day. I was like, so girls that go to prom just don't wear clothes no more, huh?
Yeah, that shit is like this. Like, I hate to be the old nigga in the room, but I'll be the old nigga in the room. What is this shit?
I mean, I don't get me wrong, the dresses are beautiful and they look stunning, but it's literally they just have like a little piece of cloth draped around them. Like we're gonna take celebrities kids for let's take the celebrities kids. So Waka Flocka and Tammy Rivera's daughter went to prom, and I mean her slit in her dress, it literally went past her belly button, which your navel is only about what, 10 centimeters above your vagina. Now we
No,
have
that's not
daughters,
right. That's not
so
accurate.
it's literally
That's
my
not accurate.
navel is about my navel. Okay, it's not 10 centimeters, but it's like it's not even. So you know how you like you're showing a measurement with your thumb and your middle finger. It's literally a comfortable measurement from there. So what is that? Maybe 2 inches?
It's more than
No,
that.
I'm dead ass serious. I'm literally measuring it right now. I don't have a ruler, but I'll get up and go get a tape measure and I'll show you. I'll tell you how many inches it is. It's about 2 inches from my
You
navel
said
to
two
the start.
centimeters at first.
Okay, okay, I did say 2 centimeters. I was exaggerating, guys. Obviously, I was being facetious, but but oh, there's one of my good words, Derek. So I just wanna point this out because Derek gave me a compliment, y'all, and he's like, "You're so intelligent and like you're interesting and all of that." So yeah, I mean, it's just I mean. Honestly, the thing is, it's just, but like I said, with Tammy Rivera, her daughter's dress was only, okay. Let's give her a few more inches. What you want to say, 3 inches?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't
But
see
yeah,
it. But I'm
it
just
was past her navel. So the thing is that with that being said, her navel is only a few inches above her above her vagina, and that's a little risque to me for a 17, 18 year old. Her pretty much, it showed her cleavage, which is fine because my cleavage was out at prom, but it only really covered her
it's kind
areola
of hard
and
for yours
her.
to not be. Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but it's fine showing cleavage, but it only really covered her areola and her nipple. Because it was it was like it was like a I don't like a sliver that covered it. You feel me? So and then the whole entire back was out. So for the most part, y'all are paying thousands of dollars for dresses that's only really covering nothing. It's covering the
I just
ground because their
well, even
trains are
then, you
longer than
look.
anything.
Okay, but look at the dudes. They're not even like if you don't want to wear a tuxedo, that's fine. But some of the shit that they're wearing is just like, bro. And then they're spending more on the fucking cars to rent, and sometimes just for pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like, for what? For what? We all went in on a limo. I wore a tuxedo. Date wore a dress. That's all that. Like, I don't know, man. I think that social media has changed so much that everything is done for a look and for a like and for a view. And this shit is absolutely exhausted. And I hate to be the old nigga in the room, but I'm going to be the old nigga in the room. And I kind of want Meta, Facebook, Instagram, all that shit to go away. Like, Twitter's fine. Twitter can stay. Snapchat, maybe you can go away too. Everybody's doing everything for a look now, and there's nothing genuine anymore. And that's the shit that bothers me. I don't know. That's just my piece. That's my 2 cents on the situation.
I mean, I don't think that social media should go away. I do feel as though some social media should go away.
Well, even in the Social Network movie, the line was, "We used to live on farms, then we lived on cities. Now we will live on the internet," and that's what people are literally doing. How many people literally get up and don't brush their teeth, don't wash their face, but immediately grab their phone and start scrolling Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, etc., etc. Some people literally like don't aren't friends with people, but will be friends with them on Facebook just to be nosy and into the like. Kennedy's mom, I'll never forget one day. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Being nosy." I'm like, "What?"
Well,
She's like,
that's
"I'm
a
on Facebook being
woman's.
nosy."
Well, I'm not gonna just say it's a woman's trait. It's a male's trait too, because the thing is,
I don't
honestly,
have a
the
fucking
thing is
Facebook, and
that
I don't care to.
women, who was I saying? I was talking about this with somebody too. Women are fucking weird. Like women are fucking weird, and we always want to talk about men. Women may be, if not just as weirder, because the fact of the matter is that you realize women will stalk ex or their ex-boyfriends, new girlfriends, to message them about some wild ass shit. Like it's like, oh, I feel as though you
Or there's that
are
whole thing: the minute a girl starts talking to a guy, come up out of a girl, come out of me and him used to talk. Bitch, why did we need that information now? Why?
like.
Like, get the fuck out of here with that.
But if that's so, here's the thing. I don't know if you saw this on Twitter, but we all know the rapper Freddie Gibbs, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if
Shout
I
out to
ever told you
Gibbs.
this. I
He's
am,
from Gary, Indiana. He's the same place the Jackson family's from, actually.
huh?
He's from Gary, Indiana. It's like 45 minutes outside of Chicago. It's the same place the Jacksons
From
are
yes.
from.
So
Mike. Yeah, yeah.
so I am cool. I'm friends with his baby, one of his baby mamas. So there was
Is it
a
the one that the whole Twitter blow up was about
no,
the
no,
other
no,
day
not
about?
it's not her, but she tagged her in
Okay.
it. So that's what I was gonna say. So this girl, the girl that did the Twitter rant, which I thought was like she literally she embarrassed herself. She posted the
Well,
one that I'm
so
friends
Benny
with.
the Butcher started it. Benny the Butcher, and shout out to Benny, but again, Benny's not a better rapper than Freddie. Let's be real. Like Griselda's dope, but let's calm down. I think their wave is I think they're on the decline now, and I don't know if they're looking for relevancy or anything like that. Like, there's nothing wrong with going and sitting up
So
in the
Benny
barbershop with
started it.
Math Hoffa. It was because Benny and Freddie were beefing.
Well,
Benny was the
here's
one
my
who told
thing.
everybody that Freddie got the girl pregnant that used to be what was she, a
A
porn
porn
star,
star.
stripper, or something like
That's
that.
fine, but
Benny
here's
was
the
the one that
thing.
put that
You could have
information
just
out.
not said anything because, like, the thing is that it's well, okay, but she's a porn star, so she probably was looking for clout. But here's where my problem came
Nobody's
in
gonna
at.
remember.
This
Do
is
you
where
remember when
we were
Pusha T
talking.
dissed Drake? When that was fucking 5 years ago when Pusha T dissed Drake
No, I
about getting the
understand
porn
that,
star
but
pregnant. Nobody's gonna care.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing about it. The thing is, this is where my point was going about women being weird as fuck. She made this whole thread. Like the thread started off about, remember that time when I was dating Freddie Gibbs, and then she's like, "Let me tell y'all a story." She
She
dragged
posted the
the friend
screenshots
that I
of the
have, which is her
iMessages and shit.
Ray. She dragged her into that. That girl, she started posting her, and she was like, and his baby mama that I have never met. She started posting the recordings that what did that's my point. Why did you drag Ray into your internet beef that you wanted to tell your story? Why did you drag her into it? Because you want to know
Because
something? Freddie Gibbs got other baby mamas. The thing is, not like I say, I'm friends with her. I know her. I know the situation. First of all, we all knew Freddie Gibbs is a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat to Ray's child. I don't know if you ever heard this story about she keyed his car and shit. He would do shit
No.
like, yeah, she keyed his car. She moved to California for him to have a relationship with the baby, and then he just ignored the fuck out of her. He would tell her, text her, and be like, "I'm gonna pick him up from daycare." Then the daycare would call her, and he had never showed up to pick the child up. When she started, she blasted him on the internet one day. But here's the thing: Ray did not bring his other children or his other baby mamas into it. She blasted him on the internet one day, and that's when she started getting her child support payments. This girl was out here. She literally threw a fucking bomb into it was a grenade that she threw into her own house, pretty much at this point. Like, she was like, I was paying his phone bill. I was fighting for him in New York. It was terrible.
Well, his Wikipedia says he's the father of 2 children, a daughter born in 2015 with his ex-fiancee Erica Dickerson, and a son from a previous relationship. And I believe Erica Dickerson is what's his name's daughter, because there was a football player's kid that he was involved with, and I believe that's her.
Yeah, his son, Freddie Gibbs Jr. Rabbit. Like I said, and his and so that girl, she made a name. Ray made a name for herself. She's a traveling nurse in California now, and she's doing great. But then when she posted, so here's the thing that bothered me about it.
Yeah, it's
When
Eric
she
Dickerson's daughter. I knew he was dating some Hall of Famer's
That
daughter.
name sounded
It's Eric
familiar
Dickerson's daughter.
too.
Yeah.
What bothered me about this with that girl was she posted those recordings of her, but what she didn't tell was that her and Freddie Gibbs had went out of town with the child, didn't give the mother any information. They blocked the mother's number, and she was tweeting to her on Twitter, antagonizing her. And that's something that I always say women are weird about. Women like to antagonize, girlfriends like to antagonize baby mamas. They love to antagonize baby mamas. They love it. I don't know
Don't date
why.
men that have kids.
Huh?
If you can't fucking be civil, if you can't be civil and act like a fucking adult, don't date men or
With
women
children.
that have children. Just
Now,
don't do it.
sometimes it's warranted, but here's the thing. I have been
Then
in
get
this
out of the fucking
situation.
relationship.
I have been in this situation. The girlfriends antagonize the baby mama. They messaging them on Facebook. And the thing is that it's not our fault as the baby mamas that the man still wants to be with us. And I always say this. He had a child with me, so obviously the sexual attraction is there. It didn't go away because he started
That's
dating
not true.
you.
That's not true. Sometimes motherfuckers really do get drunk and bust a nut, and a child comes from it.
That is true. There
That's
are
a real
one night
thing.
stands, but that is true. But we're not, for the sake of the argument, we're not talking about one night stands. We're, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about people who were actually in relationships. They were messing around with this person, and there are circumstances where people, they become, they have a child off of them hooking up for years. But still, that says that the sexual attraction was there. It didn't just go away because he started dating you. And the thing is that why can't y'all, and I get so sick of the narrative, oh, this person can't see their child because of the baby mama. That is true sometimes, but I would say six
It
times
is.
out of 8, 6 times out of 10, it's not true. This is what the nigga is telling you. We don't give a fuck if y'all come get the fucking kids. Just do right. Just do right. And I mean, the thing is
Look,
that it's weird, but like I said, the girlfriend always want to fucking antagonize the baby mama. All you doing is making the situation worse because guess what? That child and that baby mama not going away. You might though.
well, I mean, that's a whole other conversation, and it gets into custody battles and stuff like that, and I'm not prepared to go there today.
Well,
So
we're
gonna
not,
move
but
along
this
from
is it's just about women being weird and A B.
I understand, but we are, time is of the essence, so we need to push to another topic and then wrap this up. So, Lovers and Friends Festival was this weekend, and Chris Brown's birthday obviously was sometime. What was it, like Thursday or Friday or something like that?
Uh-huh.
So Usher threw a skating party for Chris Brown. We've seen a lot of Usher skating lately, like within the last 6 or 7 months or a year. It's like every time I see this nigga, he's on skates. Neither here nor there. However, he did throw a skating party for Chris Brown. Some people are saying this is bullshit. Some are saying it's true. I'm here to say that apparently Usher's son posted on his Instagram story and then deleted it something about an anime character getting jumped. And it was supposed to be in reference to what Chris Brown did. So apparently, I don't know what the situation was. Chris Brown was apparently disrespecting Tiana Taylor. And Usher and other stars tried to intervene, and Chris Brown continued to get more upset. And Usher tried to calm him down. So there's that clip, and everybody's like, they're not even arguing, they're just talking. Just because you can't hear the audio doesn't mean anything. Just because somebody's not being animated and flailing their arms and everything doesn't mean that it's not an argument. It could very well be an argument. You're going off of body language, and some people have mastered the art of arguing with someone without being animated. It is a thing. Lawyers do it all the time in court. So apparently Usher tried to get him to calm down. Chris walked outside. Usher followed him, and then Chris and his entourage or whatever proceeded to jump Usher apparently. So Usher made no statement. However, he posted a video of himself yesterday showing that his face was not bruised or anything like that. Is that telling? Yes, but that could also mean like, yeah, it took 6 of you niggas to jump me and I ain't got no bruises. It could mean that, or it could mean, yo, I did not get touched at all. It could mean either things.
You want to know my
Either
opinion?
thing. What?
I don't think he got touched at all. You want to know why?
Why is that?
I've
But okay, so
seen.
his son though. How do we explain his son
I don't
posting?
know. I mean, here's the thing. We could just, to be honest with you, we could just say that was just stirring up some mess or trying to get, publicity for maybe they had an argument, maybe they had a discussion, but it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Whatever he posted, I'm just going to ignore it because I didn't even know this until you just told me this. The thing is that, or it could have been like, oh, they about to perform at the Lovers and Fans Fest. I'm sorry, Lovers and Friends Fest. So here's the
Well, Chris
thing.
Brown did perform
Right.
as
So
scheduled at the festival.
if him and his entourage jumped Usher, I'm pretty sure there would have been safety precautions taken, where it would either Chris Brown would have been pulled from the show, and I'm gonna say Chris Brown because I'm assuming that it's Usher's, festival.
It is Usher's festival.
Yeah, so I'm assuming Chris Brown would have been pulled from the show. A, B, on top of that, he had not even like a bruise or anything like that. So you mean to tell me you got jumped? And you had no fucking bruises, and then somebody was saying that he had a broken nose and shit. No. B, here's the thing. I saw clips of him singing at Chris Brown's party, and Chris Brown and him were all happy, and then, so I don't think anything happened.
That's supposed to have happened before shit went left.
And Tiana Taylor, here's the thing. If she was there at Usher's party, and so let me ask you a question. She has a husband, right?
Yeah.
So why her husband didn't step in?
Was Iman there? We don't know. Something happened though. I will tell you
I
that.
think
Something
that maybe
happened.
a discussion happened. I don't think nobody got jumped, and I think it was blown out of proportion. But here's the thing. Tiana Taylor, she got muscles like a nigga. Oh, that's another bitch who has sex appeal to me. She is fine as hell. But she works out a lot. But here's my thing also. Tiana Taylor, we know her to, she from New York, so she probably a little roughneck. So, she might
All
have
right,
said
so
some shit that pissed Chris
we've
off.
heard of celebrity encounters, especially within R&B and hip hop, which is our neighborhood. All right, as black people, we deserve to claim that because we brought the soul. I know that a lot of artists are taking and borrowing from what we do, and I'm not gonna say that's fine. I'm gonna say it's bullshit because there was a time where hip hop was thought to be a fad. That rap shit will never last. We're 50 years strong this year, this summer, this August. Hip hop celebrates its 50th birthday. So let's, everybody's borrowing from us. We are the number one genre in the world. This shit has happened before and we've never seen video. The Diddy and J. Cole thing, that was a real thing.
I just heard
the Diddy,
about
hold,
that
hold,
for the
hold on,
first
hold on, hold on,
time.
hold on. Diddy putting his hands on Drake for the 0 to 100 thing, that was a real thing. Drake finally addressed it years later, the intro to Scorpion. I've had scuffles with bad boys that wasn't pretending. That was him addressing that. That really happened. So just because we didn't see it or we didn't see scarring or bruising, that does not mean it didn't happen. Because the Cole thing happened with like Puff is apparently gonna put his hands on you if you get. Remember, what was old boy name from? You didn't watch Power, but did you see when it was Halloween? It was last year because it was the night, or was it the year before? It was either the night before. It doesn't matter. Diddy dressed up as Joker for Halloween, and it was dude from the original. Okay, so it was dude from the original Power. He was one of Tommy's like henchmen or whatever, and Diddy in the nigga face like, it's the Joker, And he was like, hey, who the fuck, yo, nigga, get out of here. And he was like, but it's the Joker, And dude was like, hey, get this nigga out of here. He didn't know it was Puff. So Puff was like, hold on, nigga, I'm out here with love. This love, nigga. And it took dude a minute to figure out that it was Diddy. And he was like, man, nigga, I ain't know it was you. He was like, all right, nigga, because I almost fucked you up. This is what Puff told him. And then Puff told the nigga, this was the funniest thing Puff has probably ever said. And Diddy said some wild shit. Puff told that nigga, come to the after party and get your vibrations right.
Somebody needs to get Puff vibrations right. This nigga, when he started drinking,
Puff a
he
wild
was some
nigga.
I was telling a friend the other day, something ain't right with Diddy. That man, he's at the center of too
Money
much
affords you
drama to me.
arrogance.
He's at the
Money
center of
affords
too
you
much.
arrogance. But Puff has been around this thing for 30 some odd years. You got to remember, he's responsible for Jodeci, for Mary J. Blige, for Big, for a lot of fucking people. Like, he earned that. He earned that. You can't take that away from him.
Of too much drama. No, you're
No,
old
not
as
too much
hell.
drama. He
Sit down.
earned He earned the ability to be one of our elder statesmen. All these people going on Twitter saying Jay-Z was never the hottest rapper, that is some bullshit revisionist history. Because there was a time where Jay was that nigga. And like, oh no, he never wasn't. Whoever is that dude that made that video is a fucking
That's
moron.
irrelevant.
Jay,
My thing is,
Jay, hold on. Wait. This is the point. Puff, Hove, Snoop, Nas, they are our elder statesmen. They deserve to be elevated in that position. And the nigga should never speak down on any of their names unless they did some out-of-pocket shit like some rape shit or some shit like that. Other than that, I don't want to hear a nigga ever talking bad about Snoop, Dre, Puff, Hove. Even Cube to a certain extent at the same time.
Snoop is a joke now. So there's that.
No, you can't do that, dog. You can. I listened to Doggy Style yesterday. That shit still hits the same. You cannot
hear
do
what I
that
said?
just because. Why is he a joke? Because he does a bunch of shit.
A bunch of corny shit. Like he's a joke now.
but
Like
that-
you. Here's my thing. You had a whole cooking show on MTV with Martha Stewart. Baby, you're a joke. But here's my. But so this is my thing about Diddy. You
That
say
nigga
don't
was still
respect, don't
in
disrespect
wars.
Diddy. Diddy is at the center of too much fugazi shit for me to like this. He needs to be locked in a house or something. Because
Is he not the
anytime
architect of? Is he not the architect of '90s hip hop?
That's
and
not what
R&B?
I'm talking about. I don't care about
But-
that.
but
He's
based
at
on
the
that,
center of too much shit. A lot of them rape allegations that be coming out against J. Cole, I mean not J. Cole, about Chris Brown and shit like that. A lot of that shit be happening at his parties. And it's
I've
just
never
odd
heard
to me.
that.
It's odd to me that it happens. It's at your like so much weird shit. It has like it's so much weird shit.
Okay, hold
where
on.
Diddy's at the center of it, and I don't understand why.
I gotta pause you for a
Like,
second.
first
I
of
gotta
all,
pause
why
you
are
for
you
a
arguing
second.
with
Hold
J.
on, hold
Cole?
on. No,
He's so
hold on.
unproblematic.
I forgot what that was about, but I gotta pause you right here. I know that nigga is talented, and he's made some dope records, but we're not gonna keep shooting Chris Brown bail for being a fucking moron, cause that nigga is a moron. He can't ever just go away and do his thing. He can't. It's his name is at the center of shit all the time because he does that shit. Now, the one time I will shoot Chris Brown bail is for that Drake situation. If a nigga really sent a bottle of champagne to your table and with a note that said, I'm fucking the love of your life, deal with it, then yeah, you should have cracked that nigga's skull wide open. Because at the end, we all saw Rihanna play that nigga Drake repeatedly. And then she knew about Homegirl and was still backstage with Chris Brown after the whole situation. And then showed up at the Laker game with that nigga on Christmas Day while that nigga told Carucci he was going out to get presents and then popped up on the TV. We can't keep shooting Chris Brown bail. That nigga's a fucking moron. Let's be real about it. You can't say it was at Diddy's party. Diddy had something to do with it. Chris Brown's a grown ass man. Everybody else was at the same
here's the
fucking
thing,
party,
the
and
rape
they name never come up in
allegations turned out
shit.
to not be true, but the fact of the matter was that it's like
What
my
rape
point.
allegations?
The one where the girl she was suing him for rape, and then he had recordings and text messages from her talking about that was the best dick she ever had. Supposedly that was this happened not too long ago. This was at Diddy's party.
Oh.
Some fugazi shit
but-
always goes down at Diddy's. Like
But
I had listened to a video
here's
the
the
other
thing.
day of I had listened to a video the other day of what's the one that's Jamie Foxx, which I want to touch on that in a minute. Jamie Foxx, and it's like he was telling Diddy he could do his parties for like $400 at his house and shit like that. And then that's when it went into all the beefs that Diddy had with all these other rappers. And the thing is that it was like T.I. had told him that he needed to chill out and leave the event. Now, if T.I. telling you that, then there is definitely you're the problem. Like like I
No.
said with J. Cole, you literally if you arguing with J. Cole, you are the fucking problem. J. Cole is so
Hold on,
unproblematic.
I don't remember what that one was about. I'm trying to pull it up now.
It was about a song. It was definitely about a song.
No, that was the Drake thing.
No, it was. I'm telling you, it was about a song.
No,
Because I heard
here
it the
is.
other day. Cricket, cricket, cricket.
No, hold on. It was about Puff took umbrage with this. Okay. What happened that night back in 2013, as the story goes, at a VMA's after party, Diddy found himself back in 90s mode when he happened upon Kendrick Lamar, who had just dropped his thunderous Control verse, the one where he shouted out every one of his rap peers before declaring his intentions to murder them. Which, if you're a rapper, you're supposed to want to be better than everybody else. That's the whole. It's the sport of it. But whatever. Also crowned himself the king of New York, even though he's from LA. Puffy took umbrage with this flex and reportedly tried to pour a drink on Kendrick's head. That part has been hotly disputed, though, at which point a nearby Cole intervened. And I kept remembering that it had something to do with Puff being upset at Kendrick, and Cole jumped in it. That's what it was about.
Well, it was still over a song, like I said.
But okay, so the Drake thing, that was directly because Puff had the 0 to 100 beat, sent it to Drake for Drake to write something for him. And next thing you know, Drake put the fucking record out. And Puff was like, you're not going to disrespect me. And that's what happened. But, sorry, I'm getting over a cold. You can't say that every time Chris Brown gets in trouble is something to do with Puff.
I didn't say every time Chris Brown. I say anytime there's like a rape allegation or something against like Chris Brown and Trey Songz like that, it's something around Diddy's parties. That's what I say.
No. I don't think that
Diddy,
Keke Palmer shit was a Diddy party.
And I'm not the only person who say this. If you ever listen to Rude Jew on Sirius XM Shade 45, Rude Jew has the same opinion that something's Diddy is. I don't know if Diddy got a lab downstairs and he like doing something for.
All right, that's ridiculous.
But
that's
also,
ridiculous.
What?
Them niggas need to grow up. And
that's another thing with you is that you always say they need to respect the legend. They need to respect the legend. Diddy, that does not give Diddy a pass to go out and do pouring a fucking drink on somebody's head. I would have stabbed that nigga.
Hold on. You cut me off. You have to let me finish the point. Just because he's a legend does not absolve him from doing stupid shit. Hove is a legend. That didn't absolve him from fucking running around with some other bitch on his wife and then be like Solange trying to beat his ass on the elevator and then Beyonce airing that nigga out on their record. That doesn't absolve you. Your status as a figure within our community doesn't absolve you from being a fucking idiot. And that applies to Chris Brown and Trey Songz too. Okay? Because we gonna sit here and be like, Keke Palmer a lying bitch. That girl ain't did nothing to nobody. We gonna sit here and act like Trey Songz like, and then also a lot of counts just disappear for Trey Songz because they basically settled out of court. Now, generally, and I hate to say this, when you have allegations against you and you settle out of court, what does everybody say? They kind of look guilty.
Well, yeah, that they just paid it off for it to go away. But here's another thing I also feel. Now, I'm not saying this isn't about the Chris Brown thing, but like this particular incident with Usher. You may agree with me, you may not. The world may agree with me, they may not. Here's the thing. When you're a celebrity and you're of a certain caliber, things are thrown at you to derail you, and you don't agree with that type of shit. And the thing is that
I don't, because wait, hold on.
So you cut
me off.
Chris Brown like you be saying that you cut me off.
Hold on. One time though, we gonna separate everybody else. Wouldn't Diddy, Usher, Hove, Rihanna, none of the motherfuckers around when Chris Brown trashed that fucking Good Morning America set and fucking Green Room? Were they? No, that nigga's a fucking moron. Just because he makes good music, we cannot keep acting like he doesn't need therapy.
That's why I said
he clearly fucking does.
Talking about this incident and that incident. Okay, that's another incident where he fucked over himself. Yes. I agree. So here's the thing: they do stupid shit, but then also, just like you like to say, they were. Chris Brown had a silver spoon in his mouth from the age of like 12. So you know what I'm saying. But so the thing is that he thinks that type of shit is okay. He witnessed here's my
men
thing.
beat on his mother.
Hold on. Here's my thing. There are things that are thrown at you to derail. Just like I said, the last rape allegation against Chris Brown. She said that he brutally raped her, yada yada, whoop de whoop. Comes out, he did not rape her. The whole Trey Songz
I don't
thing.
think he has to rape anybody. But
See,
Trey
but you know
Songz
how
has
many times there I probably could, like, if I had to just throw a guess out there, there's at least 4 rape allegations against Chris Brown. But see, now you see what I'm saying, that you don't think he actually raped anybody. So that's my point, is that they throw things out there to tear you down. The whole situation where Trey Songz beat up, so if I'm remembering correctly, Trey Songz beat up a woman and a man. You mean to tell me Trey Songz scrawny ass beat up a woman and a man in a bowling
That
alley?
nigga's not scrawny, man. Here's the thing. It's different now because a lot of these moments were not captured by phones. When old girl, brother, and the baby got into it at the bowling alley months back, we saw
With
the
the
video.
baby and what's her?
Danny Lee.
Yeah.
Donnie Lee. Is it Danny Lee? Whatever
I
the
don't know,
fuck
but
her
we know
name
who
is.
you're talking about.
Right. Okay. Sometimes niggas don't have their phones out and they're actually just enjoying themselves. I'm sorry. Chris Brown is a fucking idiot. At some point, he has to take responsibility for his fucked up actions. All right? Everybody, like niggas said back in the day, nobody's calling you a crackhead for 30 years if you just a regular motherfucker. You were smoking crack, nigga. Nobody's calling Chris Brown an idiot for 10 years now. He's a fucking moron. He doesn't ever just let shit. The one time I felt he was justified in talking shit is when him and Soulja Boy had words. And I was like, this nigga Soulja Boy is ridiculous and everybody's fucking tired of him. Like, nigga, that whole Crank That Soulja Boy, that was like 2007. That's like his biggest hit, is it not? That's a long fucking time ago, my nigga. Go away. You said you was buying Atari. They said you're a fucking lie. Go away. Go away. It's been a minute since Trey Songz has had a hit record either. But I know Trey Songz was one of the first ones trying to jump on Megan Thee Stallion. And he even tweeted that shit. I'll knock Megan fucking head off. And the heads of Atlantic were like, stay away from him. He is bad news. This is Michael Kaiser, who was partially responsible for that resurgence Def Jam had in the late 90s with Hove, Ja, and X. These are record men who were around and know. When a man that prominent and a black man tells a black female, stay away from him, he's trouble, that's very telling.
Oh, but they
There's
didn't
a
tell
lot
him to
going
stay away
on.
from Tory Lanez, who did not shoot her.
Look, man, I don't know. I'm not getting into that. That Canadian nigga, that's a whole other situation. All right? What I'm saying is this. There's something to be said for the artists who go away, make music, come out, give us the music, and then go back into hiding. I like those artists. And I liked it before we had social media, when we didn't know what the artists that we loved were doing every 10 minutes. That was part of the mystique. Now I see your whole fucking day. I see what you eating and all that shit. Like, it's not a big deal anymore.
But here's the thing. You may not realize it, but you literally just agreed with me. Because here's the thing.
How so?
You say here's the thing. We are at a day and age where you can record everything and post it online and you get
Which is
6
unfortunate.
billion followers. That's why I think shit like this happens. Take it back to the 6ix9ine thing. It was recorded. That fight was recorded. That was done solely to post on social media. You cannot.
That was done.
Do
You know why that was really done? Because that nigga, for 2 years or whatever, he rolled around telling us he was this hard ass thug ass. But wait.
With you on that.
He flat out lied. He was never really in that gang. They fucking used him. They used him. And then you saw it. We found out he was not no real street nigga the minute he went to jail. He got up there and told on everybody and was home the next summer. That's not what real street niggas do. You know them and I know them.
What I know is there is no street code when you looking at spending your whole life in prison. Derek, you're 41 years old. Stop it. Like, there's no street code when you're looking at spending your whole life in prison.
Yes, there is. Yeah, because I know niggas that are in there right now. My
And
brother
they're
is in the middle of a 20 year.
If you listen to my podcast, you're a fucking idiot.
I didn't tell him. I told him they offered him 8 years. He would have had to do 6. I said, take the 8. He said, no, I can't give him 6 years of my life. He had to give him fucking 20 because he wanted to be a street nigga. There's shit that comes with that. When you run around here making these songs talking about niggas can't snitch and all this, that, and the third, and then you go and do exactly that, Nobody's going to believe you anymore. And that's why them niggas jumped
That's
him in
not
that
why them niggas
bathroom.
jumped.
They didn't.
Them niggas probably ain't
That
in that gang either.
they're not. They didn't know him from a can of paint.
Exactly.
But
So
certain
they just
niggas
did
don't
that
like
for clout.
that.
That was literally
For
for
clout.
clout. That's
But
my whole point.
but guess what?
Just like you
his
cannot
whole
tell me
fucking
that Trey
career has
Songz
been
beat
for
up
clout.
a bitch and a nigga in the bathroom by himself.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. All I've heard is that Trey Songz has tried to force himself on many different women, Keke Palmer being one of them. I don't know nothing about him beating up no man or woman.
You know, I don't like Keke Palmer, and I don't know why.
Oh my God.
She's
All
one
right,
of those
so anyway,
celebrities that's kind of like you don't have a reason not to like her, but you don't like her, and she's that one for me. I feel as though she's not necessary. Like,
she's very talented.
how can we judge that? What has she really done? She does it. So
How old was she when she did Aquila and the Bee?
Okay,
she's a
she
very
was like
talented
6.
actress.
Here's the thing, her voice,
I don't
the
think she was
last
that
thing I
young.
saw her in was Insecure. I didn't see Nope, but she was in there. I haven't seen it yet. I'm probably going to watch it today. She was in Insecure. She played Lawrence's baby mama's sister. Her voice that she talks on the phone with is her exact same voice that she plays on TV, which means she has no character range, which means she's not talented. I just feel like she's unnecessary.
She's talented. She's talented, though. You can't say that. That girl's very talented.
Then why she ain't pulling no role? She ain't doing nothing. She's nothing.
She just had a fucking baby. What are you talking about?
And before she had the baby, what was she doing?
She had done Nope with Daniel
And
Kaluuya.
I also heard that Nope had no plot, no story, no nothing. I heard it was just a bunch of
It's a
random
fucking
shit
Jordan
growing
Peele.
up.
It is a Jordan Peele movie. Stop. What are we really expecting from this man? Everybody saw Get Out and thought that Jordan Peele was going to do these amazing things. What was the next one? Us? That movie's not good.
I never said it was good. But here's okay. So all you're doing is proving my
But you're
point.
blaming.
She was in that movie.
No,
that
I'm
was
not.
a bad movie.
Stop.
So what the
Hold
fuck?
on,
She was
stop.
casted in that movie and nothing else because she cannot act.
Stop. Okay, so you're talking to somebody who actually produces films. Remember this. You cannot outact a bad script. If the script is bad, the movie is going to be bad. You have to remember that. She might have done it because Jordan Peele's the homeboy or whatever. That doesn't change anything. Get Out was groundbreaking and phenomenal. It was a great story.
Oh, you forgot about Candyman.
Not so good.
Remember Candyman?
I didn't see it.
Didn't?
I didn't fucking see it. No. Do you know why? Because we had this conversation at the beginning of the fucking podcast. There is no originality in Hollywood. They're just regurgitating the same shit. Candyman came out in the fucking 90s. I don't want to see it again.
Have you ever seen that meme where it asks you what movie terrified you as a child? Interesting tidbit. That is it for me. That's it for me.
Okay. We're already past an hour, so we need to go ahead and get into our 10 rappers because I still have to work today and do other things.
Oh, you thinking I ain't got shit to do today?
Huh?
You think I don't got shit to do?
No, I'm not saying that. But we had this conversation when we discussed recording today.
Listen, I'm going to say what I said. I don't like... I forgot her name, but you know who I'm talking about.
You literally, the last episode, you literally called me a contrarian.
You are a contrarian. Everyone knows
but
it.
guess what? Guess what? So are you.
No, because I say my points first, and then you're like, no, Bree, you're wrong.
Come on now. I said that Puff, Snoop, Hove, Pac, Ice Cube, and whoever else I said are elder statesmen of hip hop. They are. Because there was a point where all of our niggas were dying. And not from normal causes. Pac was murdered. Big was murdered. Easy died of AIDS.
Easy was murdered.
I mean, there's that thought because his wife and none of his kids had contracted it either. So there is that theory, of course. But, and Dre, I'm sorry. Like, there was a point where niggas were afraid to even fucking get on a song because of what happened from 95 to 97. So the fact that we still have some of our guys around, they should be celebrated. I'm not saying that they should be absolved of any fucking stupid shit they do. Like Puff trying to put his hands on Cole and Drake and all that shit. No, but Diddy is still Diddy. Let's not forget that.
Okay.
That nigga's a legend.
Okay.
He's a legend. Okay. And you got to remember, I'm 10 years older, so a lot of shit that I came up and saw. Like, by the time you really got into music, like, there was a different crop. But how many of those people are still here?
That would have to be a conversation for another day because you can't ask me that type of question and then expect me to come up with an answer. But
Okay, really quickly, who was one of your favorite artists when you first started getting into music? Besides
that's
Lupe, because that's the
you
given
would
one.
what I'm
That's
about
the
to
given
say.
one. That
You're
doesn't
gonna
count.
laugh at me, but when I first got into music, I was about 10 years old. My mom didn't really want me to listen to rap music, so it was Britney
So I was
Spears
20
and
years old at that
Justin
point.
Timberlake. I didn't really start getting into rap music until I was probably about 14 years old, maybe 13, 14 years old.
And there's the thought that Justin's demise is because he never truly apologized to Janet Jackson, who I will say put on a fucking fantastic show, by the way. A week ago, I got.
I
had the
don't want to
pleasure
talk
of-
about this because you're gonna hate me after this. So let's move on.
You're not going. You cannot sit here and talk shit about.
I
Janet Jackson.
do
You're
not
gonna
like
do
her.
that.
I don't like any of her music. It's really high pitched and whining to me. But anyway, so
But
the
again,
top 10 rappers
you were
list.
born in the 90s. Hold on. You were born in the 90s. Janet Jackson owned the 80s. And for everybody saying all that, well, Beyonce has nobody that could beat her in a versus. Yeah, okay. We'll see, nigga.
Well, see, I'm not
We'll
a
see.
Beyonce fan either.
All right, so anyway, to our list, because you just gonna keep doing this. I could do Chef Boyardee. I'm not really a fan of his ravioli. It doesn't matter
It's
what I say.
gross. Okay, great. We're on the same page.
Santa Claus. No, the Tooth Fairy's much better than Santa. This is what I'm
Oh
saying.
no,
You're
you only
also
get
a
like
contrarian.
$5 from the Tooth Fairy. You get presents from Santa. So.
All right, so anyway, who do you got in your top 10?
All right, so mine's is not in any particular order. Is because the thing is that made
You
it
serious?
even more hard.
I went all the way to 35.
Well, so I have a long list, but we're only doing 10. Again, mine's is not in a particular order because even just like shortening my list was really hard. So then putting them into a particular list, I mean, a order would be even harder, right, Derek?
I have mine in order.
Okay,
actually,
and how long
but
did it take you to
continue.
do it?
The top 10 got shuffled a bit, but like I said, my list goes down to 35 rappers. That's how much I love hip hop.
So let me ask you
continue.
this question before we get into the list. If you had to put them 35 and you said it's in order. So what I did was I wrote down my top rappers and I had to redo this list several times. I wrote down my top 10. Once I picked my 10,
My list was complete. Looking at my Apple Notes, April 25th, 2023, 9:36 p.m. My list was finalized.
And when did we start them?
When Jim Jones went on the fucking, the Breakfast Club and other places like Pusha T's not a top 50 rapper. He can out-rap you. Jim, let's be real. You ain't had a hit since Ballin'.
Yeah, I mean, but I like with me, I felt as though it was going to be really hard putting them in any particular order. So here's my list. I have J. Cole, Wale, Lupe Fiasco, Lil Wayne, Kodak, Nicki, Future, Kanye, Absol, and Youngboy. That's my top 10 right now.
That's not a bad list. The only one on there that I don't listen
It's
to.
Youngboy.
Wait, I think you said Kanye, Nicki, Lupe, Wale, Cole. Who else? Absol. I love Soul.
Oh, did you hear his new
So
album?
fucking underrated. No, not yet.
It
But congrats.
fucking
I know they just had the baby.
Yes, he had 2 babies. He had twins.
Oh, okay. Congrats to
Yeah,
Solo.
congratulations, Absol. Absol has been, and the reason why I probably like Absol so much, guys, is because him and Lupe are in the same realm. They have quite a few songs together. So
We're never getting that Black Hippie album, by the way. If y'all are still waiting, keep in mind Kendrick is no longer on TDE, so
yeah,
that's not happening.
Yeah, so I mean, and then we got it to. See, here's another thing. Now that you just said Black Hippie, now I'm thinking of my boy, which he's in my
Schoolboy.
35, but he didn't make it to my top 10. That's why it was so hard for me. But yeah, Absol is fucking amazing, you guys. He's not for
Who else is on the
everybody.
list outside of your top 10? Who else do you have?
So Schoolboy Q was on one of them. Rakim is on them because I didn't want to. What I also wanted to do with this was I didn't want to take it back too far, because the fact of, I know Derek's list is going to have some ones that are farther back. So I was trying to do like the
You'd be
today's.
surprised. You would be surprised.
Well, I don't think your whole list, but I think a few on your list are going to be farther back. Rakim's on there. Schoolboy Q's on there. I have to go back and find the list, but there's quite a few Big Pun's on there. No, I'm just kidding.
That's okay. So you want to
I'm
hear my
just
list?
kidding.
Let me give you my 10.
Yes, give me your list. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Okay. Number 1, I have Jay. I got Nas at 2, Big at 3, Wayne is 4, Pac is 5, Pusha T is 6. Jim Jones, you fucking moron. Big Pun is actually 7. Pun is 7. Wale is at 8. Ghostface Killer's at 9. Lupe is at 10.
I like your list. I
Now.
like it. I like what I do like. Sorry to cut you off, but what I do love is that it's very diverse. So the thing is that it's like you get one end of the spectrum and then you get a whole nother end. And that's why I knew you were going to have, some of the legends on there. So that's why I was trying not to put those on my top 10.
Okay, so here's the rest. Jada Kiss is at 11. Raekwon is 12. Eminem is 13. Royce the 5'9" is 14. Busta Rhymes is 15. Cole is 16. Styles P is 17. Kendrick is at 18. Andre 3000 is at 19.
Those two are on my list.
Posthumous of De La Soul is at 20. Rest in peace, True Goy. The Dove of De La Soul is at 21. Drake is at 22 with an asterisk. The DLC is at 23. Ice Cube is at 24. DMX is at 25. Black Thought is at 26. Beanie Siegel's at 27. Rest in peace, Prodigy is at 28. Earl Sweatshirt at 29. MC Ren at 30. LL Cool J at 31. Kanye West with an asterisk at 32. Tyler the Creator at 33. Nicki Minaj with an asterisk at 34. And Big Boy is at 35.
So Tyler the Creator's on my 35 list. Kendrick Lamar's on my 35 list. So we do have a few, like Future's on my 10. Future's not on your 10. We do have something, but Derek does. I think
he's a great...
Yeah, see, I was just about to say, I think he does like Future. So there you go. Whatchamacallit
There's a
mine.
conversation to be had. There's a conversation to be had. And I had this conversation with somebody the other day. Well, actually, I had this conversation when we were creating our list. There are great rappers and then there are great songwriters.
Yes.
Right?
Which I like to say there's
Nelly.
entertainers and then there's lyricists, which is the same shit. But
Right.
I just word it differently.
Nelly's a great songwriter. Because there's a bunch of Nelly records, right? Ludacris, great songwriter.
I love
don't
Ludacris
consider
and
them
I don't
great
know
lyricists.
why.
Luda opened for Janet, and I could not remember. Like, everybody's like, well, how was Luda? You know what? I don't really remember. I'm just being honest, because Janet was so fucking phenomenal. But there are great songwriters, and then there are great rappers. I think Q-Tip is a great songwriter. I don't think he's one of the best rappers, but I think he's a great fucking songwriter. I think Future writes great fucking records. I don't think he's a great rapper. Now, I did say there are 3 people on the list, and they all have an asterisk next to their name. That's Drake at 22, Kanye at 32, and Nicki at 34. While I think they're very talented, the reason they have an asterisk is because we will always question their pen. Now, we know Kanye flat out had Consequence. What's my guy name? Fuck. He was part of Good Music. What the fuck is his name?
2 Chainz?
What is his name? No,
Big Sean?
Big Sean, Common. When they did the black suits, when they did the BET freestyle, they all had the Rosewood era.
Is it the one? Hold on, because there's a few. That was
Shorty from Atlanta. What's his name?
Sci-Hi the Prince. Is it Sci-Hi?
Sci-Hi the Prince. Yes, we know he's written for Kanye. We know Rhymefest wrote for Kanye. Kanye will come out and say he's the greatest rapper ever, but we know a lot of other niggas penned your stuff, and you've admitted it, right? And we know Drake penned some shit for you, right? So you're on the list, but you have an asterisk because I know you didn't write everything.
Yeah.
Nicki is also on that list, and everybody's like, well, Nicki writes her own shit. That's bullshit. You listen to the first couple albums and even check the credits. Before her and Safari broke up, everybody thought that was just her hype man. That was her nigga, and he wrote a lot of her shit. So that's why Nicki has an asterisk as well. And Drake, ever since the allegations, look, he can say what he wants. Who was it? DJ Drama playing those fucking reference tracks and then them getting out to the radio and hearing all that. It's everything. Now, sometimes It's not about who cooks the meal, but who brings it to your table. So while Drake didn't really chef that shit up, he brought it to the table. And I don't think those songs would have hit the same with Quentin Miller on the other side of the microphone. So while I'll give Drake credit for delivering the package, I know he didn't write it. So there's always going to be an asterisk next to his name on my list. Period.
I mean, you made some very very good points. You definitely made some good points.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with you on that. This is one time that me and Derek are not gonna be contrarians of each other. So, with that being said,
I think both of our lists were very dope. I know I need to get my ass up and get ready for work, but I love this hip hop thing way too much. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, it was, making a list, and what I say was simple. Fuck no, it was hard because even Ab Soul, it's not that I don't like Soul. I was like, fuck, that's somebody I forgot to put on my list, and I think he's dope. But also, there's not a plethora of Ab Soul material. You know what I'm saying?
that is very.
So
I
it's
think
like
he has. This is. I think he has 2 albums. Maybe is it 2?
something like that. It's not.
Yeah, but
This
he
is
and the
this
thing
either
is
two
that
or three.
I had asked. So what's crazy is okay. So my brother, he's really big into really good music. Oh, Tyler the Creator was also on my 35 too.
You said that when I said them.
Yeah, and Earl Sweatshirt. Also, Young Thug was on mine. Me and my brother, he's really into good music too. Not good music, the record, but label, but good music. And me and him, and I was like, and I've asked several people this. I have an ex who, does music. And I always ask, I was like, why didn't Ab-Soul make it? And my brother told me, and my ex told me, he's like, it's just the type of music that Ab-Soul produces, it doesn't get radio plays, which he doesn't get known, which is the same with the Love of My Life, Lupe. The type of
Well,
music
here's
that
the
he
thing.
has is not, it doesn't get radio plays, and people want to, like Lil Baby say, she's shaking her ass, call me when you get off. That's what people want to hear. And unfortunately, I do like that type of music, but it has a time and a place. And that's not what I want to hear in my earphones at work all day, you know?
So the soul thing, to the point, when the one where he's like got the crown of thorns on, where it's almost like the crucifixion, that album. Do you remember that one?
Vaguely.
Hold on, let me pull it up on Apple Music. Ab Soul. Where's it at? Oh, he's got quite a few. These Days, it came out in 2014. He's sitting in front of the cross, and he's basically been crucified. So he's got actually more albums than we thought. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's on his fifth. This is the most recent one is 2022. It's called Herbert. I remember there was still a point where I want to preserve physical media. I haven't bought a Blu-ray or a DVD in forever.
I don't
I
have
went and
it,
pre-ordered. I went and pre-ordered The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom for my Switch, and everybody's like, "Well, why don't you just buy the digital?" I was like, "No, I want the physical. When it comes to Switch games, I'm collecting them all physically. Like, I'm tired of doing digital. I still buy PlayStation and Xbox games digitally unless it's something I absolutely have to have. Like the God of War Collector's Edition, I absolutely had to have that. But there was a point where I was still like, I'll still go into the record store and buy vinyl records,
I
right?
want a
Because
record
I'm an
player really
audiophile.
bad. Remember I told you I want one when you told me you had one? I want one really bad because
I've got two actually, or actually I may have thrown the other one out because the needle got messed up and I didn't feel like trying to pay to replace it. But so when the solo album came out, the one where he's like, depicted as Jesus, I went into Target and they're like, never heard of it. And I was like, what? Like, yeah, we don't have it. And I went to
oh,
Best Buy.
that's
They didn't have it.
wild. I have that whole album on my
Hold on,
phone.
hold on. So here's the thing. This is what a lot of people didn't realize. When you have an artist and there's a bidding war for that artist and they're on a vanity label, which you would consider Bad Boy, TDE, Rockefeller, they're all vanity labels and they're distributed by major labels. So when Kendrick got signed and there was that whole Dre push behind him, right? Because they were just like, he's just another in a line of greats. NWA, Snoop, 50M, Kendrick, add him to that tree as well, right? Because he was at the Super Bowl with them. Let's be real. when they did the deal with Interscope, that was only to distribute Kendrick's album. The rest of them didn't get distribution,
Can
and
I ask
that's
you a
why
question?
Solo's album. What?
Is it kind of like how Wu Tang were like they had like they were signed to one as a group and then like their individual deals?
Almost the same.
Oh,
Almost
I'm
exactly the
good,
same.
huh?
Yeah, almost exactly the same.
Y'all know this is why Derek loves
So
me, right?
I want to say, hold on. Let's take a look. So this album, yep, if you go to the album and scroll all the way to the bottom where it has like the release date and how many songs, how many the running time, it just says Top Dog Entertainment. So, but if you pull up a Kendrick
It has like
album,
Interscope Records and all of that
I'm pretty sure.
jazz.
Let's see what Damn says. Yep, Aftermath Interscope, Top Dog Entertainment in parentheses. J Rock was originally signed to Warner Brothers, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what his album says. Redemption, which is a good album. Nope. Okay. 2019, Top Dog Entertainment under exclusive license to Interscope. So they took J Rock as well. But his album from 2015 just says Top Dog.
But
And
I don't know if you knew this. Another reason why Absol may not have, well, this isn't the reason why, but this is just some interesting tidbits about Absol. He did go through a lot of things when
he just doesn't have major label distribution.
that and that also. I don't know if
distribution.
you knew this, but his fiance passed away when he was at like the
Yeah, I
height
remember
of
that.
things, you know. So of course, sometimes mental health plays a lot in that stuff, and I'm not saying that, but he just like Derek said. He's great. He's fucking great. If y'all have never listened to Absol and y'all are into that type of music, give him a listen. He's great. He really is. I'm telling
Okay.
you.
To cap off the point, December 9th, 2022, SZA SOS, Top Dog Entertainment under exclusive license to RCA Records. So she has her distribution through RCA.
Was
Kendrick
SZA?
had his through, yes,
Okay.
Kendrick has his
I
through
forgot
Interscope.
SZA was on TDE. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was more of a distribution thing. So if you don't, which the digital age has been great for artists who can't get major label distribution because all you need is a tax ID to set up your own publishing and you can make money that way. And a lot of them are eating that way. Like somebody is still listening to Jim Jones records out there because he's still putting stuff out. It's not me, but somebody's listening. And Jim is paid, right? But at the same time, he's not better than Pusha T, and I think he really needs to cut that out. Like, bro, you're not. And we all know you're not. And you know you're not. So let's not do this. But anyway, we went way longer than we originally intended to, but
It's okay.
that's how these conversations usually go with us because, we both have really great talking points. Anything you want to plug? I don't really have anything except for my Patreon, patreon.com/the Derek Lamont Experience, which is always in the episode details.
No, just everybody. Again, if y'all want to wish my baby a happy ninth birthday, feel free to. But
You know what? No, fuck that. Put your Cash App in.
we're not doing that.
your-
We're not beggars.
Fuck that. I do it. Guess what? Next month on my birthday, guess whose Cash App is going in the
Actually, it's
fucking
both
episode?
of our birthdays next month, y'all. So
it
your
is.
favorite
So,
podcast.
yeah, pony up. Pony up, because I got to pay for a trip to Vegas and a trip to Eugene, Oregon the very next weekend in August. So,
Hey, y'all heard him. Y'all heard
nephew's-
the man. He
my nephew is
traveling
getting married. I'm
stateside.
very happy for him.
But thank
My
you
nephew's
guys
getting
for
married.
listening.
He asked me to be one of his groomsmen the other day, and the bachelor party's in Vegas, and then
Wait,
the
who
wedding
getting
is a
married?
week later, and my nephew, and the
Oh.
wedding's a week later in Eugene, Oregon. So very
I
happy
think
for him.
Oregon. Now that you say that, I think that may be a beautiful place for a wedding. Actually, I'm gonna go look
It
into
is.
it.
He's a student at the University of Oregon, which is the alma mater of Phil Knight, the CEO of Nike. So that's why the Ducks have all that those million different uniform combinations, and it's basically Nike U. So I'm excited for that because I really want to see the campus and see Autzen Stadium and stuff like that. I'm really
Well,
excited. But again, I'm very happy
congratulations
for
to
him.
your nephew on your upcoming nuptials.
That's right.
Marriage is a beautiful thing. Hopefully one day I'm married. But you guys, again, thank you for tuning in to us. We appreciate any and everyone who listens. Like, subscribe, turn on your notifications for us. And there is nothing left to say. Goodbye out there in podcast land.
Toodles. Gotta go. Peace.